Now, this is the part 3 of our topic regarding permutation. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, marami tayong klaseng permutation. So, iniisa-isa natin para mas maintindihan natin bawat isa. Okay? Now, reviewin muna natin yung iba bago tayo mag-proceed dun sa another kind of permutation. So, the first permutation we have is the permutation of n objects taken r at a time. So, ang formula natin dito is n factorial all over n minus r factorial where n is greater than or equal to r. Next, we have the permutation of n objects taken all at a time. So, ang formula naman natin dito is simply n factorial. Now, let's proceed on our next permutation, and that is distinguishable permutation. Now, ano bang distinguishable permutation? Tara, simulan na natin to. The number of distinguishable permutation, P, of n objects, where P objects are alike, Q objects are alike, R objects are alike, and so on, is itong formula natin. N factorial all over P factorial times Q factorial times R factorial and so on. So kung makikita nyo rito, meron siyang tatlong tuldok, ibig sabihin continuous siya. So depende na lang yan sa magiging problem natin. Now, ang distinguishable permutation ay ginagamit kapag dun sa isang set of objects natin ay may mga magkakamukhang object. So, syempre, hindi natin pwedeng magamit dito yung una at yung pangalawang permutation kasi ibang usapan na kapag may mga nauulit o may magkakamukhang object sa isang set. Okay? So, pagka ganun, ang gagamitin natin ay distinguishable permutation. Now, let us have an example para mas maintindihan natin itong permutation na ito. Example number 1, I have find the number of permutations of the letters of the word statistics. Ayan. So, kung papansinin natin itong word ng statistics, may mga letters na nauulit. So, meron tayong S, 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 meron din tayong T, T,
oh my God! Wow!
At T, tatlong T yan, daming T at dalawang I. So, paano bang gagawin natin dito? So, let us have this solution. Identifying the given, meron tayong tatlong S, meron tayong tatlong T, at meron tayong dalawang I. At kung bibilangin naman natin yung letters sa word statistics, meron tayong 10 letters. So, that means the value of n is 10. So, using the formula, we have the permutation of n factorial all over P factorial times Q factorial times R factorial. So, yung S natin, siya yung mag-serve as letter P, si T, siya yung ating letter Q, at si I, siya yung ating letter R. So, substitute natin yung values, we will have the permutation of 10 factorial all over 3 factorial times 3 factorial times 2 factorial. Now, let's simplify this problem. So, automatic, si 10 factorial, meron tayong 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. At sa baba, yung 3 factorial times 3 factorial times 2 factorial, meron tayong 3 times 2 times 1 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 2 times 1. Pagka ganito yung ating permutation, pwede tayong mag-cancel sa numerator at saka sa denominator, provided that they are equal or may common factor sa kanila. Ang ginagawa natin yan para mas maging maikli or mas madali para sa atin yung pag-simplify sa problem. So in that case, kinancel ko dito si 2 times 1, kinancel ko rin sa taas si 2 times 1 because they are equal. So ano na lang natira sa problem natin? We have 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 at sa baba 3 times 2 times 1 times 3 times 2 times 1. Ano bang next na kinancel ko? Kinancel ko si 6 at yung katumbas niya sa denominator, we have 3 times 2 times 1 because that is equivalent to 6. Now, ano na lang natira ulit sa ating problem? We have 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 5 times 4 times 3 at sa denominator we have 3 times 2 times 1. Sa pagkakataong ito, kinancel ko naman si 3 at kinancel ko din naman yung 3 sa baba. And then, next na kinancel ko is si 2 times 1. So, si 2 times 1, pwede siya kay 10, kay 8, at saka kay 4 because may common factor sila na 2. So, dito, ang kinancel ko na lang dito ay si 4 at ginawa ko na lang 2. In that case, ito na lang ang natira sa atin. 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 5 times 2. O diba? Kita nyo, nawalan tayo ng denominator. Yan ang maganda sa pagka-cancel. Sa pagka-cancel kasi, at least nalilimitahan natin or natatanggal natin yung denominator. So hindi na tayo kailangan mag-divide. Puro multiply na lang. And the answer to this problem is 50,400 ways.
Magaling mo pala dyan ah. Hindi ko alam ah.
Example number 2. Find the permutation of this set of numbers 555, 123, 4444, 26. Now let's identify the numbers na naulit o magkakamuka. So meron tayo ditong tatlong 5, meron din tayo ditong dalawang 2, at meron din tayong apat na 4. So in that case, now this will be our solution. So meron tayong apat na 4, meron tayong tatlong 5, at meron din tayong dalawang 2. At yung number sa set na yon, we have 12. So that means the value of n is equivalent to 12. Now using the formula, we have the permutation of n factorial all over p factorial times q factorial times r factorial. So yung 4 siya yung ating magiging p, yung 5 siya yung ating magiging q, at yung 2 siya yung ating magiging r. So substituting the values, we will have the permutation of 12 factorial all over 4 factorial times 3 factorial times 2 factorial. So yung 12 factorial, meron tayong 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7. Ay, haba. Times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And yung 4 factorial times 3 factorial times 2 factorial, meron tayong 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 2 times 1. So again, pwede tayong mag-cancel kahit ano dyan, provided na dapat equal or may common factor yung numerator and denominator. So in this case, sinimulan ko ang pagka-cancel kay 12 at tinumbasan ko siya ng 3 times 2 times 1 times 2 times 1. So tinanggal ko na kagad yung 12 para at least nawala na tayo ng malaking number na i-multiply. Okay? So ano na lang natira? Meron na lang tayong 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And sa denominator natin, meron na lang tayong 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Next na kinancel ko is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And sa baba, ganun din. So that means, ito na lang ang natira sa ating problem. We have 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. And the final answer to this problem is 1,663,200 ways. Now it's your turn. Tingnan naman natin kung natutunan nyo ba yung ating matuto lesson for today. Now, same rules lang din tayo. So, iiwan ko sa inyo itong seatwork na to and I want you to type all your answers sa ating comment section. Number 1, how many different ways can the letters of the word Tagaytay be arranged? And number 2, find the number of distinguishable permutations of the letters of the word educated. Good luck! Kayang-kaya yan. Madali lang yan. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching!
Hi guys! Kung meron pa kayo ibang gustong topic na i-feature natin dito sa Matuto Lesson, paki-comment lang siya sa baba. Okay? I'll see you in our next videos. Stay safe! Ciao!